Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play The Witcher 3. So in the last session we went back to Fyke Isle to partake in the ritual for Forefathers' Eve, where the Peller's dead father made a special guest appearance and appeared to want revenge. Of course the Peller killed his father, but we don't yet know the circumstances. And our next goal for that particular questline was to head all the way over to here, this boggy region, to try and find his father's corpse, to do something with it and whatever else. But I'm not going to be going this far over in the map just yet. So I'm going to put that quest on the back burner for now and finish our affairs closer to this particular area. The next affair being, of course, helping Keira. She has told us that there are some supplies that have not yet arrived. So we need to track down the merchant's wagon to find some rare magic ingredients. Always a pleasure to help Keira, never a chore. Plus, some of those magical ingredients might come in handy. Specifically, if she might have some bison grass, for instance. That would be extremely useful, because we are a little bit lacking in that front, so that we can make our enhanced and superior beast oils. So I start today's session here at the fast travel point in Midcopse because we're going to be using this. I've just repaired my weapons and then enhanced them, which is why we're here and not back on Fyke Isle where we ended the last session. We're going to fast travel to Hanged Man's Valley, which is where said supplies could be. We're going to use our Witcher senses, of course, and straight away we can see trouble here. What on earth?
Drowners in the water.
Uh-oh.
My favorites.
Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. Well, I was ready. For God's sake, man!
Shit.
My control pad is a little bit laggy for some reason. Okay, now I'm ready for you, you old hag. Yeah, suck on that. My God. So, I haven't played The Witcher 3 for about 3 days, and you can see there the ring rust, very prevalent. I'm sure as the session progresses we shall pick up the pace. What's this box here?
Wide, heavy wheels. A merchant's wagon.
Okay, let's follow the tracks. It's obviously come down this road. Hop umbels. That's a new herb. Oh, looks like said cart has veered off the track, off the path. is this?
Veered off the road at high speed. Doesn't bode well.
Doesn't bode well. Probably crashed somewhere. Wheels come off. That's never a good sign either. Just where did it end up? And what caused it to do this?
Yeah, merchant traveling across Velen alone. No way that was gonna end well.
Oh dear. So what are these things?
A dry red from Zubaran. Southern slope. Notes of black currant and citrus. Pains the heart.
What a waste of good wine.
Leftovers, cuts of meat. Cataplepis. Wonder what spell requires that.
Cataplepis? The hell's that? Package for Keira.
Package still intact. Don't sense anything magic, though. Wonder how Keira will explain this one. Human. From an artery. Can't be far. Wouldn't have made it.
Well, before we go back to Keira, I'm just going to follow that blood trail. It's probably going to lead to the merchant. Dead in a ditch somewhere. What are you? A rock fiend? Oh, here he is.
Hid and waited for help. It never came. That's Velen for you.
Missing merchant's letter. Okay. Could explain something. Let's have a look. Volker. We've hit gold, old friend. Not only have we sold all of our stock, we have sold it for 3 times its cost. But our customer wants it all. Wine from Beauclair, Cataplepis meats, pickled beef, pepper, cinnamon, cloves. I'm telling you, old friend, everything. There's one catch, however. We must deliver the goods to Velen, to a village called Midcorps. I know, dangerous, what with the war and all, but think of the coin. I managed to secure a pass that will get you across the Pontar. Then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump, and you're there. You'll be fine. Signed, Klaus. P.S. We'll split the proceeds 50-50. So Volker is the dead merchant, and Klaus was the one that sent him on this fool's errand, eh? Nice. So our next objective is to deliver the goods back to Keira and see what she has to say for herself. Why does she want them? What does she want to do with them? Poor merchants have died to deliver this package. We won't fast travel, we'll just take a nice run on our horse. See what we can stumble across in the meantime. A couple of fights won't be go amiss. Can do with the practice, obviously. Ooh, look at that, a fellow horse. It's not very often you see a fellow horse. Oh, it's a bandit! Okay! Fellow horse indeed. We've got a bit of a joust here. Horseback combat. Oh. Come here, you bloody fool. Do you know what? Get this. I'm gonna shoot him off it. I'll shoot you off it, pal. Oh God.
Let's end this.
One more and he's toast. Maybe you can't kill him with this. Okay. If crossbows won't finish him, I'm sure a bit of fire will. Oh. Is that his buddies? Hey, guy. Oh, hey! Oh!
Mistake.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay, so ambushed by mounted bandits. I think that's the first time that might have happened to me in this game. Very bizarre. But we're alive, so I suppose that's the main thing.
Hey-ya!
I use my crossbow for a change. Right, I think we've got enough excitement for one day. I'm just going to put a bit of speed into our movements.
That's it, Roach. Slow now.
Keira, I have your goodies.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Got those, substances you wanted?
Splendid. I can finally begin my study of double arboreal racination patterns. But first, I'll...
Brew yourself a mug of mulled wine?
Huh?
Saw what the wagon was carrying. Exquisite meats, expensive wines, Zerrikanian spices. Not a speck of magic. Care to tell me what you're up to?
I would rather show you. But you must wait a bit.
Oh, really? Fine.
Color me intrigued. Fine, I'll wait.
Then shoo, outside.
Gonna slip into something more comfortable?
Later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, go on, out.
What on earth is going on?
You've been patient, thank you. It's almost ready.
I thought you didn't like rats.
If I wanted to see white mice, I'd just get drunk.
Note that I said almost. Now don't interrupt. The king being faithful.
Ah.
Third mouse, what happened to it?
The spell has a 66.67% chance of success. I always use one more than I need, just in case.
So where did... Keira, can I explain what's going on here?
Know the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm. True story it's based on, too. A Zoogle cropped up in a palace pond and ate Princess Cinderella whole. Left behind one slipper, so...
I beg you, not another word about Zoogles. Now, to return to the fairy tale. I'd like to escape these ghastly swamps for one magical night. I don't need a fairy godmother, I'll cast the spells myself. But I could use a Prince Charming. It just so happens you're the only decent candidate in all Velen. So, what do you say to a moonlight ride on horseback? And dinner?
Uh-oh. Right, I'm just going to pause it. Just bear with me while I mull over this decision. Alright, so thinking time over. Or should I say eating time. And of course it will be a pleasure to go on a moonlight ride with you, Keira. And some dinner sounds absolutely marvellous.
Sounds tempting. So tempting, I don't think I can refuse.
Before we go, there's one more thing.
Gotta transform a pumpkin into a carriage?
No. I shall transform our rancid rags into something more glamorous. Don't wince. It'll only be an illusion, won't hurt a bit. And at dawn, everything will return to normal.
Our rancid rags. These are not rags. This is a Tiberian armor set. But anyway, go on then. I'm intrigued to see what she's going to put me in.
Why not? Might as well go all out.
Then hold on tight. Gavella Glan. So, what do you think? Neckline too modest?
It's just right.
Well, I might also have changed your hair colour while I was at it. I've always fancied dark-haired men. Oh well, any port in a storm. Well, off we go. Dinner's waiting. Last one there does the dishes.
Oh, we're racing into the meadow. Right, off we go. So this is a nice little bit of downtime for Geralt. Oh, I'm stuck in a tree. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, gosh. You'd have think he'd have learned how to ride a horse by now.
We'll have a great fall.
Ha! As fast as you can. Try to catch me.
I'm running out of stamina. Get out of my way. Get out of it. It won't beat me. Yeah, sorry, I was about to say, it's a nice little change of pace. Oh, there's a quest in here. I'll have to remember this. Where are we on the map? Wastrel Manor. Oh, okay, that sounds very nice. Right, I'm going to use this, leave it. I wonder if this question mark will stay there, but just in case it doesn't, I'll put the marker there. Gotta remember to come back to that. Ooh! Table and everything.
Congratulations. You'd make an excellent jockey.
If only I were a foot shorter and 5 stone lighter.
Well, yes. But then I'd not have invited you here. Now do you see why I needed those substances?
Beef and cinnamon and cloves, roasted capon with shallots. It was worth the trouble.
Shall I pour the white or the...
Dry red, but let it breathe a little first.
Connoisseur.
Well, never took you for a wine connoisseur.
Think witchers suck the marrow out of drowner bones and wash it down with puddle water?
More or less. Well, we've chatted long enough on empty stomachs. Let's dig in.
Must have cost you a small fortune. Sure you don't need me to pitch in?
Please, I manage. You know, a dozen eggs here, a cock or gander there. Besides, my finances are about to improve.
You care to elaborate?
How, if you don't mind my asking? I mean, you'd think the only work to be had in Velen would be in farming.
Very true. So, I've 2 options. I can either start cultivating turnips or leave. But that's not what I wish to discuss. Thank you once again, Geralt, for your help with the tower. You were fabulous.
Not the first curse I've lifted.
But among the most difficult, correct? What happened on that island? Why, I shiver at the thought. And the laboratory. I sincerely hope you burnt everything. The cages, the corpses, the papers.
Not quite. The direct approach.
Didn't destroy that workshop, if that's what you're asking. Didn't see any reason to.
If Alexander's findings were to fall into the wrong hands. Although, Fyke Isle has a terrible reputation. None even dare go there. Perhaps there's nothing to worry about. I'm sorry. Such a gloomy subject to broach. I simply shouldn't have, not during our romantic dinner.
Romantic? Thought we came here as friends.
Friends, with benefits. So?
So? Ah, okay. Is this going to influence any future relations with Yennefer? I don't know. Geralt is the type to not to have to be asked twice, I think.
Your fairy tale, your rules.
Really? Then close your eyes and count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's enough.
The eyes were open, not closed. What the hell? Oh.
Keira, want to play hide and seek? Why not?
Hide and seek. Oh, well, this is certainly a change of pace in today's session, isn't it? Slaying monsters and all that nonsense? No! Dinner in the woods, horse riding in the moonlight, and hide and seek. Excellent stuff. But first, what is this? Well, just Celandine. The hell? Let's hope those wild dogs do not interrupt our evening. Oh.
A skirt? Guess we're playing hunt the hare, not hide and seek.
Ah. Hunt the hare.
Good. Won't have to fumble with fasteners.
Ah, this is absolutely hilarious. Oh, is that a boot?
Shame. Could have kept her shoes on.
I think I might have missed something. Oh, there we go. Another shoe.
Now where's that Cinderella gone to?
Ah, look at this.
Found me. Congratulations.
Do I get a prize?
I've nothing on me. But I'll think of something. Know what they call that constellation in Zerrikania?
Dragon something, I bet.
No, it has a different name. But indecent, actually. Lean closer and I'll whisper it in your ear. Egfain Nave.
And then she is probably gone.
Keira? Where?
And that's probably the last we'll ever see of her.
Put me to sleep with a spell. Means she's up to something. Fyke Isle. The tower.
She's off to burn it. Have you got... Where's our bloody boots gone? For the advancement of learning. It's probably going to involve us having to go back to Fyke Isle, to the tower, and see what she's doing. But let's just check our inventory. Has she stolen my boots? Oh no, here they are. And my gloves. Oh, very strange. So as we check our quest log here, main quests, I'm not interested in main quests right now. For the advancement of learning, level 8. Find out what Keira is doing in the tower on Fyke Isle. Certainly. Sounds like a good idea to me. So she's tricked me all along. Was this part of her grand scheme? Not that I think Geralt is going to complain about being used in such a way. Ooh, I'm spoilt for choice here. We have 2 quests that we could have a look at. Well, one that we know about, and one potential quest here. Well, whilst we're here, I think we'll try to see what that quest is all about. I'm sure Keira will be poring over those notes for some time in that tower. There's quite a few of them stuck around the walls. In the meantime, we'll just check out what this exclamation mark is. But that was a very nice change of pace. I like that quest. Very nice indeed. Tasty meal, followed by a bit of fun. Perfect evening, if you ask me. Perfect evening. Followed by, of course, a nice little nap. Spelling juice, nonetheless, but still, a nap is a nap.
The old god demanded 6 sucklings. You didn't bring but a single scurvy.
What on earth is going on here?
Curse is your fault as much as mine.
Sorry to intrude.
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All God, clearly.
The what?
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. We scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
Yeah, what the hell is an all-god?
The All-God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. And suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us, you can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. All God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and lotuses or some such will devour the harvest.
Lotuses. He wants a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer. What kind of a god wants bacon and beer? This sounds suspicious to me.
I could intercede on your behalf with this all-god of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, "All God, help a poor wretch in need." Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
A greedy god. Okay, this is going to be a very interesting session, I see. A very interesting session. Some strange quests. A greedy god? Address the all god using the altar. Is this the
Now in
altar?
his eye. Ought to use it.
Where's the altar? Oh, there it is.
Oh, all-god, help a poor wretch in need. Pretty please.
How dare you disturb my divine rest, mortal?
I dare disturb it because I want your divine self to lift the, curse you cast. Those peasants really don't have.
They must bring worthy offerings or they shall face drought, driving hail, earthquakes, avalanches. I have spoken.
Avalanches? Here? Huh. How would that work? No answer from the All-God. Fine. We can finish our conversation when I find him. Voice came from underground.
So this is a phony god, obviously.
Wine. Or more like vinegar. Someone drank it anyway. Could follow the scent.
Oh, follow the scent. Follow the scent.
Something here. Where's that artifact Keira gave me?
Oh, the whole lifting the illusion thing. The Eye of Nihilin. Well, isn't that handy?
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
What
Geralt of Rivia.
earth
Pleasure.
is that?
Expected the all god to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
Been in this hole long?
For a century or so. One winter I found shelter here. Built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack, lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke, and suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
Parasite, more like.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and Melitele then, Demanding prayers and offerings, giving naught in return? I talk at least.
So we can kill him? Tell the peasants that they have to up the level of their offerings, otherwise suffer further curses. I can threaten him to accept humble offerings. Oh boy. I don't even know what this thing is. Well, somehow I don't think he's going to want to fight. He's fat, overweight. I'd probably slash him down in a heartbeat, so hopefully he will accept to settle for humble offerings, and then it's like a win-win situation. The people continue to bring what they can afford to bring. They feel as if they're getting blessed by a god, gives them a bit of uplift, and he gets to stay down here for as long as he wants. He's been here so long and hasn't done anything to harm, so I don't think he's going to kill them, so we'll try that.
Listen here, lard ass. You're gonna be satisfied with what you get. I'll feed you to the ravens.
Ploughing reformers. No, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
Do we get some kind of an... I'm intrigued here. Let's have a look if it tells us in the log what this thing is. Run-of-the-mill... Oh, Sylvan. Or as the common folk call these beings, a Diovel. A conniving beast had convinced the local peasantry of its divine powers and had grown fat on their offerings for decades. So it's some kind of a monster then, although it doesn't seem to be inherently evil. Got a book here, Radovid the Stern, The Hard Slog to Greatness. Actually, speaking of books, we have not had our our readings for a while. We're going to have to start reading some books. Still got a few of them that we haven't read yet. Emerald dust, nice. Right, we'll leave him be. The All God. We'll speak to the peasants and tell them that we have managed to convince this god that they can bring meagre offerings and be safe from any further curses.
Anything new?
Talk to your old god, face to face.
And? Will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you the All God's merciful, understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Oh. Oh, this is interesting, because we can actually tell them that there is a crypt downstairs. And that would give the game away, wouldn't it? If we tell them there's a crypt below, they go down there, see the All God. Is that gonna incite some kind of confrontation? Will they kill it? Will it kill them? The game will certainly be up for it. Force it out of its hiding place. I don't think this is gonna end well if we do this. I don't know. No, we'll just leave it be. It's not doing any harm, as I said. It's been there for a century. They're going to bring meagre offerings. It's just nice. A nice solution, I think.
Farewell. The All God show you favor.
Well, technically I'm supposed to be a monster slayer, so I should probably have slayed it, but have I learned anything from my situation with the Plague Maiden? We got some money and we got some experience. And we'll finish off by looking at what the finished quest says. If we can, it would actually help us if these quests, completed quests, were put into some kind of an order. You know? Either order of completion or alphabetical order. So here's a greedy god. You convince the Sylvan. To accept meagre offerings. And he didn't argue with us, and we left him be. We did not give away his secret location to the peasants. I wonder if this will come back to haunt us, I'm not sure, but with these quests in this game, you tend to sort of stumble across things later or hear snippets of information later that might give you some inkling as to what happened as a result of your actions, so we'll just have to wait and see. And a favour for a friend, of course. Yeah, look, he forgot about the other women in his heart, i.e. Triss and Yennefer, and gave in to the temptations of the flesh of Keira. Very easily persuaded. He didn't really put much of a fight, did he? The delicious evening had a bitter finale, however. Keira put Geralt to sleep with a spell. When he awoke, he was unsure exactly what the sorcerer was playing at, but he suspected it had something to do with the tower on Fyke Isle. She had asked him many probing questions about it while they dined. Alright. So, what to do in the next video? Because I'm going to call a close to this one, because I'm going to football in 5 minutes, and then I shall play about another 45-minute session, which will be the second video of the set. So what am I going to do in that second video? Well, we can't do any of the Witcher contracts or the treasure hunts because we're not at the appropriate level. So we've got two things really. We could go back to try and tackle the Forefathers' Eve quest for the Pella, or we could go back to Fyke Isle for a third time. How many times are we going to go back to this bloody island? I thought we'd see the last of it. and see where Keira is. This is my preferred option. It's closer. I am intrigued as to what she's doing. We want to confront her about using us and playing us. Yeah, this seems like a good candidate. And as we look to the world map, after we've done that, if it doesn't take us anywhere else, what I'm probably going to do is complete the Defender of the Faith quest, which is going to take us down here. And on the way, bat off as many of these undiscovered locations as we can, so that we could at least put a tick next to the box on this side of the map. Then when we've done that, I'm much happier starting to go into pastures new, looking at this particular area, looking at the pillar over here, and finding out if this actually is Blooming Crookback Bog, because we still don't know exactly where it is, but this appears to be the #1 candidate if you ask me. So join me in the next video. I'll see you very shortly.